Hey guys, Seleno here from PlayToEarn.net. Today's video is the third and last part of our weekly news segment. The first two videos talked about game updates, sneak peeks, teasers, and announcements. In this video, we'll be talking about big news that don't necessarily fit in those two categories. So without further ado, let's get to the list. To start off our list, Activision Blizzard's president now becomes Yuga Labs CEO. Daniel Alegre has worked at Google for 16 years in Blizzard before taking the seat of Yuga Labs CEO. Daniel's appointment comes at a time when Yuga Labs is focusing on building Otherside, a metaverse MMORPG project. The new CEO will take charge of the company in the first half of 2023. Yuga Labs is the developer of one of the most successful NFT projects, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. It has massive expansion plans and clearly intends to make headlines in the blockchain and metaverse industry. The inception of Otherside in 2022 is one of these headline-making platforms. With Otherside, the users can turn their NFTs into playable avatars. For the development of Otherside, Yuga Labs is partnering with Animoca Brands. The development structure also includes Improbable's M2 platform. As Yuga Labs brings the former COO and president of Blizzard, Daniel Alegre, to take charge, it is clear that Yuga Labs wants to take the #1 spot in the Web3 space. In addition to this, Yuga Labs is also onboarding other highly proficient and expert personalities into their team. Daniel Alegre will work with the founders of Yuga Labs, Willie Arano and Greg Solano, to take the company forward. The current Yuga Labs CEO, Nicole Muniz, will stay in the company in the position of strategic partner and strategic advisor. The new Yuga Labs CEO has been in the news, but not for all the good reasons. But this did not stop the Yuga Labs founders from hiring Daniel Alegre. Wiley Arano says, quote, "Daniel has held one of the highest level roles at one of the largest gaming companies in the world. He brings valuable experience across entertainment, e-commerce, and global strategic partnerships, all of which are critical aspects of an immersive Web3 world built by creators and for creators." End quote. Next, Big Time Studios accepts Decentraland's mana token for payments on Open Loot. Big Time Studios, the team behind multiplayer action RPG Big Time, has announced a deeper integration with Decentraland. Through this partnership, the company has expanded its payment options on Open Loot Marketplace by accepting mana for payments. The move shouldn't come as a surprise given that Big Time CEO, Ari Malik, was also a co-founder and project lead of Decentraland. Per the official statement, the collab will be focused on boosting NFT interoperability across virtual worlds, an area where Decentraland has set the scene. The partnership will also see Decentraland's community joining Big Time's ecosystem. Not only does this bode well for the game's user growth, but it also opens up new business opportunities. Agustin Ferreira, executive director of the Decentraland Foundation, said, quote, "Through this integration, Decentraland creators will now have an entirely new ecosystem to create and grow from, with Mana now entering Open Loot, one of the largest Web3 gaming platforms." End quote. He added, quote, "Decentraland Foundation is proud to encourage the growth of independent gaming developers like Big Time Studios and support their mission to build engaging and fun games for a global audience." End quote. To celebrate this integration, Big Time Studios is giving out early access to Big Time to anyone who completes a purchase on Open Loot in Mana for the rest of December. Eligible players can access the game on January 5th, 2023 at 8 p.m. EST. For more information, check out their official post. If you're liking this news list so far, remember to check out our website and news section to be updated on everything about blockchain gaming. You can also subscribe to our channel to make sure you stay updated on all our videos. Now let's get back to the list. Next, Meta reaffirms its commitment to investing in the metaverse. Andrew Bosworth, CTO and head of Reality Labs, a Meta subsidiary, reaffirmed Meta's investment commitment to the metaverse in a recent blog post. The expansion of its developments within and related to the virtual world is Meta's ultimate goal, and it has remained committed to this. In October, Meta announced the release of their MetaQuest Pro VR headsets alongside a report. The report underlines the difficulties in the design and operation of such devices, including perceiving the surroundings as a 3D space, identifying the surfaces and things around, and interacting with digital objects. It will take years of development for these problems to become ideal solutions. The headset might be improved by becoming thinner, lighter, faster, and more potent while using a lot less battery power and producing a lot less heat. One of the projects Meta has worked on is Meta Horizon Worlds, a metaverse platform. By improving the avatar's details and giving them a more human experience, Meta has advanced Meta Horizon Worlds. In order to better understand the risks and opportunities associated with the metaverse, Meta recently spent $2.5 million in 7 different European nations. This investment will continue to pay off in the future. The CTO of Reality Labs underlines the importance of having a developed community, including customers, artists, and developers in his closing remarks. He said, quote, "More than any hardware improvement or technical gain, it's this community that gives us such confidence in the things we're developing." End quote. Next, Habbo Hotel is launching a new resort in the Sandbox metaverse. Habbo Hotel, the hit online social game that every 90s kid will remember, is opening a new resort in the Sandbox metaverse. According to the announcement, this will allow the Sandbox and Habbo communities to come together and create their own experiences within the virtual world. The iconic Habbo Hotel and its receptionist Frank, one of the classic characters in the game, will be featured in this playable experience. At launch, players can help Frank to manage the resort and reminisce nostalgic moments in the hotel by completing a list of engaging tasks. The experience will allow players to learn more about Habbo's universe and history, while growing its narrative with new events and game plots. Through this collab, Habbo will further expand its presence in Web3, which began with Habbo X, an NFT version of the classic online social game. Sebastian Bourget, CEO and co-founder of the Sandbox, said, quote, "In many ways, Habbo has laid the foundation of a social virtual world where over 300 million avatars connect around social experiences over 2 decades, end quote. He added, quote, "We're thrilled to partner with them and build experiences in the Sandbox to empower their community with our no-code game maker. This will enable the creation of more user-generated content and foster interoperability, showcasing the true potential of the open metaverse and Web3, end quote. Developed by Zoo Lake, Habbo Hotel is a popular game that took the world by storm in the early 2000s. After 2010, it went through a long hiatus after Azirin acquired Zoo Lake, switching its growth strategy to focus on Web3 and the metaverse. And lastly, Decentraland launches Worlds Beta. Decentraland Foundation has just introduced a new feature called Worlds, which is currently in beta. Worlds is a personal 4-parcel large spaces associated with Decentraland names. It exists differently from Genesis City and Decentraland system of lands. The team has made this feature available to anyone who owns a name NFT within the DCL ecosystem. Worlds can be referred to as a personal 3D space within the metaverse. Participants can maneuver the space flexibly in their desired manner, create grassy meadows, or even invite visitors. However, worlds can neither be sold nor traded. The feature was released to reduce the barriers placed on becoming a Decentraland creator, with the growth and enrichment of the platform in view. Furthermore, each world can span up to 4 parcels, each measuring up to 16 by 16 meters. It can also be a maximum of 100 MB and host up to 100 users. However, with Worlds in its beta phase, more changes are to be expected in the future. These changes may include size limitations and enabling users to host their worlds on their servers. Worlds with a scene deployed in them can be accessed via a specific URL, which is play.decentraland.org/worlds/name. It can also be accessed via a command in Decentraland's in-world chat box. The player can type the command /changerealm name.dcl.eth and press the enter key to execute the command. The name should be replaced with the Decentraland name associated with the world the player is trying to enter. To activate the world attached to the player's Decentraland name, a scene is deployed using the SDK command line tool with a change of the targeted content server. And that's a wrap for this week's news segment. I hope these videos help if you were looking to catch up to news about blockchain gaming this week. I'll be back same time next week for another recap. And for more info and everything about blockchain games, check out our website at PlayToEarn.net, where we have the largest database of games that have all the info you need. That's it for today, see you next video.